Delano D'souza has been keeping a closer eye on the latest developments out of Los Angeles, and he joins me now on the set. Delano, where do things stand at the moment?
Hi, Jeannie. As that story mentioned, not all fires are contained at the moment, and unfortunately for Southern California, the area is not out of the woods just yet. According to forecasters, red flag warnings for severe fire conditions have been issued through to Wednesday. Now, the most dangerous day is going to be tomorrow. That's Tuesday, with winds expected of 80 kilometers per hour. Now, this is exactly what happened on Tuesday last week. There was a warning of high winds issued. Residents in the area were going about what they needed to do for the necessary safety precautions. This is a part of Southern California that is no stranger to these strong Santa Ana winds. But what happened at around 10:30 a.m. local time was a fire broke out. Now, authorities are not sure if somebody flicked a cigarette or how this fire started, but those winds fanned the flames, and we are in the situation we are in right now. So we've also not seen rainfall over the past few months in this part of California. And last week's fires, although they started out in the affluent neighborhood of Pacific Palisades, which is sandwiched between Santa Monica and Malibu, it quickly spread, and we now have 150,000 people in Los Angeles County who have been displaced, are under evacuation orders, and those orders are set to stay in place until late Wednesday.
And as the days have gone by, Delano, one thing we're starting to notice now is that there's been more and more criticism of how things are being handled.
We have seen a lot of finger pointing actually towards LA's Mayor Karen Bass. Now, in fact, Jeannie, she was not even in Los Angeles when these fires broke out. The former Democratic Congresswoman was in fact part of Joe Biden's delegation to Ghana for the country's the inauguration of Ghana's new president. Now, on Thursday, that's January 2nd, LA's National Weather Service had begun warning of extreme fire weather conditions for last week. Now, those warnings got more dire as a Tuesday approached. However, the mayor's office did not even issue a warning about the risk of fires until Tuesday morning, when the Pacific Palisades fire had already broken out. Karen Bass only returned to Los Angeles Wednesday afternoon. This is after 1,000 homes had been destroyed and 100,000 people had already been forced to evacuate. Then there's also a lot of criticism over budget cuts. According to one report, the budget for LA's fire department was slashed by $18 million. And in an interview with CNN, the fire chief of the city said those cuts severely impacted the city's ability to fight these fires. Now, an investigation has also been launched by the governor, Gavin Newsom, into why there was no water in some of the fire hydrants. There have also been reports of firefighters having to improvise after they ran out of water to put out these blazes.
And Delano, just to briefly, who's been impacted the most by these fires?
Well, we have been talking about celebrities. That's because a lot of them have been taken to social media to say that they've been evacuated. And some, in fact, have also said they've watched their own homes go up in flames on live television. Case in point, Paris Hilton, who watched her Malibu home go up in flames. But the area has more than just celebrity residents. Take the neighborhood of Altadena, for instance, Jeannie. It has a population of 42,000. Some have been living there for many generations. Blue-collar families, African-American families, Hispanic families, what have you, and artists as well. And these families are really starting to worry about what happens now. Yes, it's very sad that Paris Hilton's home burnt down, but Paris Hilton is Paris Hilton. She's a millionaire many times over, and she has other homes to live in. Some of these families, this is their only home, and rebuilding is going to cost money. We, of course, have reports of some of these insurance companies who've taken away the fire insurance, so a lot of families don't know what's going to happen right now. Plus, certain neighborhoods have been under pressure to gentrify for a large number of years, and there are fears that in the wake of these fires, those inequalities that Los Angeles has seen will only deepen.
Delano, thank you for that. From Sydney Report's Delano D'souza with the very latest on what's happening.